But then you also got librum, which is the same word for book, which is hidden in the word library. Now you can say that's where the lies are buried. Librum, books, library. One of the nicknames for books, or one of the names in which they call books, is a what? A log. Like a catalog or a log. A book is a log. So when you're in a library, you're actually in a forest.
Oh shit.
Okay? Now peep this out. They talk about how the ancestors would take you among the trees to get knowledge. A library is a reincarnation of the forest because those books are made with trees. And they call a book a log. So the word dialogue, when you dialogue, dia means to cut. And a log is a book. You split the log, it is called dialogue. So when you look in the Coptic Gospels, in the book of Thomas, Jesus, the one that they call Jesus, or at least the one that's saying he's Jesus, says, split a tree and you will find me there. Split a tree, open a book, dialogue. You understand? Dia meaning to split, log is a book. Check this out. When you dialogue, it goes on in the so-called Bible that's in the Christian book. It says, when two are gathered in my name, amongst them you will find me there. Because when you dialogue for a higher purpose, it is raising the consciousness of the two people that involve, or the three people, or the four people involved in the group, because they're sharing information and they're tapping into a higher source when they dialogue. This is the purpose of dialogue, to open up a higher aspect of the intellect of the collective group that's in the room or in the place in which you are dialoguing. This goes all the way back to what is called Jnana Yoga in the Indian tradition. So, in ancient Kemet, they had a such thing as the scribe. The scribe called the sesh, because writing was considered a sacred art. Because they would preserve not only the teachings and deal with tactics and trade and so forth in a hieratic, but then you had the hieratic and you had the metanetter, which is the hieroglyphic writing system of ancient Kemet. Why? Because you can preserve that knowledge in stone. So, when they were able to put this knowledge in stone, they was not making it for themselves. They were leaving it for us.
Oh, sure.
So this is why we need to look. Can I get some of my shades?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Okay. When they make that, when they put that in the stone, they was leaving it for us because they knew that the pyramids and those temples would mark time. And they'll work as time capsules for us to reach back into the past and remember what the ancestors did. But they also understood the simultaneity of past, present, and future, meaning that you're not limited to time and space if you go beyond the physical and reach the higher dimensions. So when you're going into meditation, and sometimes it seems like you're not breathing, or it seems like an hour has passed, or it felt like you've only been in trance for like 3 minutes, and then you look at the clock and an hour has passed, that is because you are beyond time and space. A lot of times you have a dream. Your dreams only last for 3 minutes, even though they seem to last for an hour.
Oh, sure.
Sometimes they may seem to last for a whole day, and sometimes you have a dream that you're been in a situation for a day or month. Okay?
Yeah.
Then you wake up and only 3 minutes have passed. Why? Because time is a construct of the mind. Now there's two types of time. There's the construct and then there's the natural time dealing with the revolution of the planets, the stars, the sun and the moon, and so forth. Okay? And seeing where they're charted in the skies. That's one of the ways they kept time in the form of the calendar or the form of the clock, which is related to your calendar. Only difference is that you're keeping time by the minutes and the hours in the day, as opposed to days, months, and weeks in the calendar.
Oh, sure.
So when we're dealing with time, we're looking at how to liberate yourself from fortified time in which they keep you under the clock. You see, they have to first get you to identify with this limitation called time. Now, you're going to need to be in a certain place at a certain time if you're going to clock in, if you're going to take care of your children, if you're going to go and see about your elderly. However, there's a dimension of you that is beyond time and space. And when you tap into that dimension, you will also receive information. How many of you have actually been laying in the bed between sleeping and wake state, and then you started noticing that knowledge and information is coming to you?
Yeah.
Stay honest.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
True
I noticed that.
Okay. So, when you're able to tap into that, that means that you're also connected what is called the Akashic Records. Because all the information is within you and around you. You see what I mean? You're tapping into the universe, which is the one word, the one phrase, the one song, the logos.
Oh, shit.
Okay? So when we talked about log is in logos. So when you dialogue, you're cutting the log, you're cutting the logos, which is the word. And words are written in logs, aka books. But
Oh,
the
shit.
whole world in which we live in is a book that turns a different page every day. And when you study yourself, you yourself are the logos. You're a miniaturization, the miniaturization of the logos. You're the miniaturization of the word. So therefore, you got to investigate yourself. You got to dialogue with yourself. You got to cut the word. You got to split the word open within yourself.
Oh, shit.
And have knowledge of self. The Kemetic word for knowledge of self. When you say, I know my name, you say, Rek Rena. I know my name. Rek Rena. And in the Perdim Heruim Ger, it says, Luk Ba'an Tur, meaning my soul is divine. My soul is God.
Oh, shit.
Ba'an Tur, Netter, where we get the word nature. And it survives in a Latin in the form of naturaleza. Or natura, in Spanish, naturaleza. Because we're connecting with that which is natural. Nature, el. Netter, el. You understand?
Oh, shit.
We see God within nature.
Hotel.
So when we're dealing with African spiritual science, we tap into the forces of what?
Nature.
Nature.
Let me get a resounding word on that. We tap into the forces of what?
Nature.
Attack.
Fire.
Attack.
Hotel.
We tap into nature. You tap into nature, then you become supernatural. Because the higher part of yourself is connected with the divine, and you touch the divine by connecting with nature. So each and every one of us want to tap into the higher nature within ourselves, becoming supernatural.
Hotel. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Okay? The problem is that they continue to tell you that you less than. But they say that you only use 2% of your brain. But guess what? You're losing all of your brain just to maintain that 2%. You're using all of your brain to trick yourself into using 2% of your brain capacity. So don't ever let them lie to you and tell you that you only use 2% of your brain. Because each and every one of us is holding this whole thing together with our thoughts. We are planning, making things happen. We are manifesting things.
Stay honest. True that.
The all is mind, the universe is mental. That's the first of the 7 Hermetic principles called mentalism. They say mentalism, correspondence, vibration, polarity, rhythm, cause and effect, and gender. Say it with me. In fact, let's go ahead and do it in a cadence. I'm going to teach you how to memorize those 7 principles right now. Want to go and say it along with me? Mentalism, correspondence, vibration, polarity, rhythm, cause and effect, gender. Mentalism, correspondence, vibration, polarity, rhythm, cause and effect, gender. Mentalism, correspondence, vibration, polarity, rhythm, cause and effect, gender. Just go ahead and say that to yourself and meditate on those 7 Hermetic principles. The all is mind, the universe is mental. Correspondence, that's above or below. When we look at the universe itself, what we're looking at is refractions and reflections and what they call fractals. Fractals is basically what we consider to be self-similar parts that make up the whole. So we're fractals of the microcosm, the macrocosm. We are the microcosm. We're the image of the macrocosm. Am I making sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
So therefore, we're
Sure.
miniaturizations that reflect the greater whole. That's how the universe is made up, full of fractals. And which is why we say that the universe is holographic, because every part contains the message and the image of the whole. You see what I'm saying? So when you do something over here, you're affecting something else over there.
O'Shea.
All right? Every time you do something in the universe, you're causing a ripple effect. So the word karma means action. Every time you have an action or you commit anything and you do an action, there's always going to be,
A
Reaction.
there you go. Because you
Hotel.
cannot affect part without affecting the whole. You're an aspect of wholeness. That's why they say the all is mind, the universe is mental. Am I right?
Stay outside.
So we all get together with our minds and we plan on an event. And because we're all focusing on that one thing, it's more likely to come what?
True. Into fruition.
True. Right? They call that the mastermind. So when you're focusing on something collectively, you're bringing that more so into manifestation. This is why unity is important. This is why they have religious ceremonies and get you to focus on a shrine so you can direct your energy towards the outcome of that event or what you want to see happen. You want to manifest a certain God power, then what they do is they have everybody focus on that image and they bring down the image of that particular God. And they also activate the God with themselves, which is called invoking. You see what I mean? When you invoke, you're activating the inner God self.
True that. And stay oxide.
Yeah, look at how they, you see, they done messed around and disconnected me and shit. Hold on a
I
second.
bet.
Hold on.
And what is it? what invokes the inner God?
So, whenever you focus on yourself, being connected to the divine within, like for instance, you say, I am Haru. You say, I am Ptah, right? You're taking on the energies of the God, and you're seeing yourself filled with that energy of the God. You're calling on the name of the God so that you take on the God form. That's a form of invocation. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
O'Shea.
Ashe. Ashe.
Sure.
So, they probably messing with my phone. Who knows?
Yeah.
Because they saw that I was on the floor.
For sure.
I know that didn't
He was
happen.
getting deep.
You see what I mean?
There's zero on mine and one person. That's probably why.
Mm-hmm.
They probably have people on here.
Yeah, so the bottom line is that whenever we connect with ourselves and who we are, we're connected with the divine aspect within ourselves. Nukbatintur. My spirit is divine. My spirit is God. My spirit is God.
And renew. I know my name.
And I know my name, Rekrana.
Rekrena.
You see what I mean?
I keep on.
So that's the thing. We call it from heaven to earth, as above, so below.
Yeah.
Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. What's on land is beneath the sea. Same thing. Okay? Everything they say what's happening in the heavens is affecting what's happening on earth. Who's to say what we're doing on earth is not affecting what's going on in the heavens? You see?
Yeah, spiritually.
This is why I say as above, so below. As within, so without. You see what I mean?
What's happening on earth is spiritually affecting what's happening in heaven? From the lower life form humans?
Yes.
Well, yeah.
Because you see, we're not really
Oh,
historic life form.
I know, but I mean, most of them are. That's because we ain't. They are, but I'm saying people that the humans that the hybrids that tapped into the enlightenment are not lower life form. Oh, so you're saying what's happening spiritually with the enlightened people on earth affect what's going on in heaven? Is that
Yeah, I mean, everything we're doing is affecting somewhere else in the universe.
yeah? That's what's up.
So anyway, You know what they did? They erased my video.
Yeah.
That's what they did.
Yeah, already.
They watching us.
It is what it
They
is.
watching us.
So
It's amazing.
it's okay.
Yeah.
Because
Try to do it again, man.
You know, so
And you already restarted.
so go ahead. We go take a break real quick. We'll come back.
All right.
There was 3 people on there. That's the most on mine ever.